and today I'm here with Dina Dwyer-Owens, Chairwoman and CEO of the Dwyer Group. You may also recognize her from being featured on the TV show The Undercover Boss. Dina has over 30 years of experience in the industry and is going to be talking to us today about the franchising industry as well as the programs that she's involved with. Dina, thank you so much for being here with us today.
It's my pleasure, Ashley. Thanks.
Can you tell us what your perception of the franchise industry in the U.S. is at present?
Well, you know, it's growing. We're not growing quite at the pace that we'd like to see, but we're certainly outgrowing other private sector businesses. So, you know, it's about 3 to 4% per year right now, and it's moving up nice and slowly. So,
what are the main trends that franchisees should be aware of?
when I think about the trends in franchising today, social media is huge. You know, the world is changing as it relates to social media. So I think one of the big trends is franchisees need to really understand how they need to market their business going forward. And so many people that are out there by themselves don't understand that. So I think franchisors that are really paying attention to that area of marketing can bring real value to franchise systems.
What should a franchisee look for in a franchising system?
Yeah, first of all, I think any franchisee considering getting into business with a franchisor, they need to be very clear about their passion. There are so many industries that are covered in franchising today, over 300. So pretty much a choice for everybody, whether it's a restaurant business or a service business, to be clear about what it is that you love to do, what gives you energy, and then find the right franchise fit for you.
What kind of training and support do franchises of the Dwyer Group offer to prospective franchisees?
At the Dwyer Group of companies, training is certainly a core competency because we're in the business of helping you be great at being a business operator. Not somebody who's a technician, but somebody who's great at working on the business and not in it. So we teach everything from managing your finances, really understanding your profit and loss statements, to recruiting and retaining frontline team members. Also just managing the marketing piece, and social media is a huge part of that today. And the complexities of business in general, social media just has another whole layer that's really tough for an independent business person to keep up with. And then we also work with them on just the whole idea of brand building and team building, and then creating something that's a legacy that they can then sell at the end of the day.
What benefits has your company received from IFA membership?
We've been a member of the International Franchise Association since I was a little bitty girl. In fact, I started coming when I was 18 years old. So my father just kind of threw me into the franchising world and said, just go ask questions and learn. And it has just grown dramatically since then. But I would say that the Dwyer Group wouldn't be where we are today if it weren't for the benefits that we receive from the Franchise Association. And much of those benefits come from the networking that you do with the other franchisors and franchisees alike, and suppliers. I mean, it's kind of a three-legged stool. Much like being a franchisee of a franchise organization, a great benefit is learning from the other franchisees in the system or the network. So the IFA has just been a huge support center for the Dwyer Group, and has also really protected us when it comes to the legislative things that are going on.
The Dwyer Group is heavily involved in the VetFran program. Could you tell our viewers a little bit about this initiative and what it does to help veterans entering franchising?
Yes, the founder of the Dwyer Group, who happens to be my father, Don Dwyer, founded the VetFran program after the Gulf War in the early 90s. He was an Army veteran, and he believed that those of us in franchising should be doing something to say thanks to the men and women of the military who've protected our free enterprise system and help them live the American dream. So he came up with the Veterans in Franchise Transition Initiative. It was a mouthful, but the idea was to give veterans a chance to get in their own franchise business and have franchisors giving their best deal. Today, I'm proud to say, we relaunched the program after 9/11 because it kind of fizzled out. There was no internet, so it was tough to communicate. But since 9/11, when the program was relaunched and really owned by the IFA, we now have 530 franchisors giving their best deal to qualified veterans, and over 4,000 veterans have now become franchisees. In addition to that, we're also helping veterans become employed by franchise organizations, and we've got a target of employing 75,000 veterans by the year end 2014, and we're already at right around 60,000.
In 2011, you were honored by the Women's Franchise Committee. Do you think franchising as a business model is conducive to the needs of women? Why or why not?
Franchising is absolutely conducive to the needs of women. I mean, it spans more than 300 industries, so it could be whether it's beauty care or frankly home services. We have franchisees who own Mr. Reader plumbing franchises. So there's something for everybody, and I think women bring so much value to franchising because we're We're big collaborators. We don't mind, meeting with a group and saying, what's the best way to do this? And when you're with a franchising community, you need to listen to those franchisees. They're out there doing it on the front line day in and day out, and you need to be willing to sit down and hear what they have to say about how can we make this even better than what we already have. So I think women are just a natural fit for franchising.
What can be done to encourage more female participation in franchising?
Well, we're doing everything we can right now, and I think it's just getting the word out that franchising offers so much to women. There are great organizations within the IFA. We have the women's group. They have business networks throughout the country that meet typically on a monthly or a bi-monthly basis to attract more women, and then just do some networking and mentoring. There is an official mentoring program for women also in the International Franchise Association. And then just to speak up for the Dwyer Group of companies, we've started a Women in the Trades program. We're in businesses like Mr. Rooter Plumbing, Mr. Electric, Mr. Appliance, Air Serv Heating and Air Conditioning, the Grounds guys, Rainbow International, all home service businesses, which are not typical either. For a woman to think about, I want to get into a trades business, but with our new Women in the Trades program, we're letting women know that there's an opportunity here. And maybe you start as an employee, but you earn your way into owning a franchise. We even have a program called the Hire Program, hiring individuals, recruiting entrepreneurs. So if you're interested in kind of learning the front line and getting your hands wet there, you can earn while you learn, and then if you want to be a business owner one day, we'll help you do that.
The Dwyer Group has grown substantially since its inception. What are your growth plans for the near future?
Yes, we've had tremendous growth, and I have to give credit to an amazing team that I work with, as well as the wonderful family of franchisees that we have. And the future looks bright for the Dwyer Group. We have 7 brands today, and we will continue to grow those brands by helping our franchisees build successful businesses. And then we're also looking to acquire other like businesses. So when you think about your home, and there's a menu of services that you need done, and that could be everything from what we're doing today with appliance repair to taking care of your grounds, to other things, whether it's pool care or roof care or maid service. Those are all the categories that we'd like to cover with the Dwyer brand, so that when you think of something you need done in your home, you'll think, oh, I wonder what Dwyer brand can take care of this for us.
Is there anything else that you would like to share with the viewers?
I would just say that franchising has been just a wonderful industry, if you want to call it that, for me personally, because we're in the business of helping people have a better quality of life. We just happen to use franchising as a vehicle to do that, and that's a pretty nice way to wake up every day and know that today we're going to make a difference in somebody's life in a positive way, and we just happen to use the model of franchising to do that.
Great. Thank you so much for your time today, Dina. It was wonderful talking with you.
Thank you very much.